My Moment of Truth, the debate. This time, we're going to give you the spherical debate with the purpose of giving ourselves a deep learning. The topic resolved that the burdensome parents should be abandoned if need arises. Shukan Post. Here is a Daigekiran. It's a time for you to abandon your old parents on life support in particular. Oh my God, wow, you're going to abandon your parents if the crisis arises. So we're going to give you a crisis management debate, so to speak. So are we going to abandon them? Sono Ayako says, the parents must be prepared for that. And Kim Bide says, outrageous. Japanese are forgetting everything. And Ota Tende, gynecologist, says suicides for the lonely parents is a must. So thousands of arguments back and forth. It's time for us to shed some light on the critical part of it. Let the debate begin. Affirmative rock. We must risk abandoning our burdensome parents, the first in crisis. Rethink Ubaste Ama. We've been talking about lifeboat logic. When the lifeboat contains only 5 persons, that is 6 persons in the road. The 2 persons must go, abandon 2 persons. That's the Western life logic, lifeboat logic. So abandoning old parents is already here. People are talking about it. Shimada Hiromi is a Shukyo gakusha. He's interested in promoting suicide, euthanasia, andakushi. But still, people refuse to talk about it. It might be considered politically incorrect to tell the truth because the truth hurts. Now, we have a lot of senile dementia parents, rojin ninchisho, those people. And they can keep on living, bedridden parents. And so those people who are taking care, caregivers, getting sick and tired looking after them, they die faster, earlier than their parents, a tragedy. So we must be able to risk abandoning a parents when need arises. What's their mind? Think about that. Negative wind. Affirmative argues that these are hard times. Come on, are these such hard times? And, Masuzoe has given up on his job, still is a rich person. People just get away with it. Even the criminals can get away with it. It shows that Japan is still a rich country. And if it was spending, public funds for the personal purposes, the people look the other way, These are not hard times yet. Secondly, abandon the parents first is a filial piety, oyakoko. Repaying parents, is that system gone? Number 3 is lifeboat logic too cold for Japanese. Lifeboat logic, look at the Japanese 7 lucky gods, Shichifujin. So that's too cold. Negative rock. The humans must be treated humanely. Ubastema is not an inhuman. It's a totally humane story. It's a tear-jerking story. Makes you cry, makes me weep over the tragedy of Ubastema. And so the killing old parents, you kill old ethics. So goes time-honored traditions. So lifeboat logic may sound realistic. That's the Western concept of giving up on something because they're useless. So this is the beads economy. But if you give up on the old traditions and filial piety and michi, or moral compass will diminish, will go away. That's bad. The worst possible scenario. Affirmative wind. We're talking about the playing God. Our Japanese playing God, putting old men, dumping them on the lodging home. Isn't it the extension of Narayama Bushiko? Treating non-humans inhumanely. So let's think about that. Secondly, can old parents tell the honne truth, inner truth? Tatemae is outer truth. So honne and tatemae reverse each other. You know, you can't pick one at the expense of the other. You can't divorce one from the other. So you have to think deeper than that. Just because old people, I want to go pokuri ikitai. You know, you're going to take it with a grain of salt. Number 3 is kuchiberashi biological. Kuchiberashi, it sounds cruel, but that's the way it is. When the crisis comes, that's the only choice. Affirmative fire! I'm going to tell you the honne side of my story. If we're a financial burden, if I'm under life support, I'd be excused to go quickly. I'm going to go first. Pokkuri kase kudasai. Suicide, assisted suicide, as an apoptosis, programmed self-death. Pull the plug on me, let me die. Don't keep me alive for the rest of my life. For God's sake. I want to die with dignity. So give me an easy death, a euthanasia, mercy killing, whatever you call it. And so, you know, it's not just suicide. Self-death, jishi, instead of jisatsu. The Mishima Ikkyo committed the jishi. It's not suicide. So it's a biological truth, the apoptosis. Think about that. Negative fire. Repaying old parents means keeping them alive as long as possible. Listen to Hippocrates. You know, the Hippocratic oath says they're going to keep your patients as long as possible. Take up the cross like I did. Take the cross because I was torn between two things, looking after my parents and dumping them in a lodging home. I had the hardest time. I had a hard choice. I begged my wife, a young wife, 27 years old, please look after my mother, and I paid the price for that. Emotionally, very, very painful, but I did it. I'm happy the way I did it because we went through a lot of crises, broken homes, and yet I'm happy the way we did it. So sometimes you people must be able to take up the cross, like Jesus Christ said before he died on the cross. Something you have to do. These are the hard times. Negative water. I cool myself down. I talk with a cool head. What if you let it go? The young people will be encouraged and get away with murder. Pity the helpless, so you'll be next because you go older and you'll be abandoned. Let it be. You suffer. Harden your heart and look after your old parents, no matter what happens. That's life. That's, if you're killing your old parents, just like a spitting in the wind, or pissing in the wind. 天に向かって唾. Pissing in the wind or spitting in the wind is much better. So it's nice for you to endure, bear the cross. And that's what it means to be living. The life goes on. Affirmative water. What if the caring younger are too tired, exhausted, looking after the bedridden parents? If nobody cares, the system will surely die. Let it go. So we're going to abolish the old Anshan regime, the traditional thought, and get real. And the parents can't afford to stay longer and get rid of them. And try triage a little bit. And these are the times that try men's souls. What's ideal? Negative says that's the way it should be. I agree. I'm completely sold on negative, but affirmative argue that sometimes we need to get real so that the system goes on. 判定に入ります。皆さんお疲れでしょう。暗い重いトピックでですね。これは奈良山節子調べてみましたら The Songs of Old Mountain 1961年にこれは深沢七郎が書いた本で最近木下圭介ですが今村昌平監督が映画化をしました。ずっと姥捨山の風習これは泣かせますけどしようがないですね。私もそれを通ってきました。火の時に私はその体験を言いました。泣きました何回も。そんな人もいっぱい知ってます。これ通らなきゃいけないんですけどね。私はこの否定側で絶対親を捨てちゃいけない自分の体験から言います。しかし今回は私が8になってますよね。8って合理性というのは無駄をなくすことなんで片付けなんですよね。世の中には片付けられないことがいっぱいあるんです。老人は役に立たないからって片付けちゃいけません。だから片付けなきゃいけない。ときめかない老人でも引き続けなきゃいけないことがあるんです。しかしこれは私の本音ですけど残念ながら8の審査員、今回は切羽詰まれば単なる良心は見捨てるべし、8の審査の通り皇帝が勝ち The way of English coming up